Good morning, my dear students. Now, I would like to give you the concept of capital structure ratios along with formulas. This is for BCom 6th semester of Dibrugarh University. First one, capital gearing ratio. Capital gearing is the relationship between shareholders' fund and borrowed capital. Some of the experts are of the view that preference capital should be considered the outsider's capital. The reason being that the rate of dividend on preference capital is fixed, and if it is cumulative preference capital, then even if there is a loss, the company has to pay dividend. Thus, preference capital should be considered a part of ownership capital or borrowed capital. Has to be decided case by case. If it is convertible preference capital, it should be considered part of ownership capital. And if it is cumulative preference capital, then it should be considered part of borrowed capital. Capital gearing is calculated as equity share capital plus reserve and surplus divided by preference capital plus long-term debt. High capital gearing have an impact on the earnings of the shareholder, but at the same time, it involves financial risks also. That is, the risk of not being able to pay the interest on long-term debt and preference dividend. Next one, financial leverage. Financial leverage, a firm is said to have financial leverage or trading on equity when it uses long-term fixed charge bearing in securities to finance its requirement along with equity capital. It is calculated as earnings before interest and tax divided by earnings before interest and tax minus interest and cumulative preference dividend. Next one, operating leverage. Operating leverage happens on account of the presence of fixed costs in the total cost of production. It establishes the relationship between contribution and earning before interest and tax. It is calculated as contribution divided by earning before interest and tax. Next one, combined leverage. It is the combination of both the above kind of leverage, that is financial leverage and operating leverage. It is calculated as earning before interest and tax divided by earning before interest and tax minus interest and cumulative preference dividend into contribution divided by interest before earning and tax. Next one, total investment to long-term liabilities. It is the relationship, it is the ratio establishing the relationship between the total investment in the business, which is reflected in the total of long-term fund and long-term liabilities. It is calculated as shareholders' fund plus long-term liabilities divided by long-term liabilities. Fixed asset to funded debt. It is the ratio showing the relationship between fixed asset and funded debt. It signifies to what extent funded debt are used for the creation of fixed asset. It is highly useful to the long-term creditors. It is calculated as fixed asset divided by funded debt. Next one, current liabilities to proprietors fund ratio. This ratio is used to measure the relationship between current liabilities and the shareholders' fund. It is calculated as current liabilities divided by shareholders' fund. Next one, reserve to equity capital ratio. This is the ratio of reserve and equity share capital. It is calculated as reserve divided by shareholders' fund. This ratio shows how much profit are retained by the firm for the future growth. A higher ratio indicates better positions for the firm. With this, I finish my talk for today. Thank you so much.